Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video I want to share with you how I play Witchy Woman as recorded by the Eagles on guitar. Now this song has a ton of incredible guitar playing in it, and what I've done is taken a lot of the main parts and just sort of piece them together into one electric guitar part that I'm going to share with you in this video. So let's get straight into it here. We're going to start off with the intro, and as I mentioned, it's multiple guitars, so one's going, and then you have a harmony to that going. So what I do is I combine them here, so I'm going to go. I'm using double stops. I'm playing the 5th fret on the 3rd string and then the 6th fret on the 2nd string. And I'm going to slide that up 2 frets and then do it again, and then come back. Then I go to 7 and 7 on the 4th and 3rd strings. So that's the first lick. Then we'll go back here to 5 and 6 and 7 and 7. Then we'll move this down to the 5th fret, play 5 and 5, then 3 and 3 on those same strings, and then we'll end on 5 and 5 on the 5th and 4th strings. So that's the first part of the figure there, and as I mentioned, I'm going to break down this entire song for you. But before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, I want to give you a gift right away. Let me ask you, have you ever struggled getting your guitar in tune without a tuner? I know for me, this is something that I struggled with for way too long, and it wasn't until I discovered a way of tuning that just made it so much easier to get in tune without a tuner. And so what I did was just write this down in a simple, easy to follow 5-step PDF guide. I call it my 5-step secret tuning method guide, and I want to give this to you completely for free. All you got to do is go to johnmclennan.com/tuning, or you can click the first link down below. I made it easy for you. And once you start applying these 5 steps, you'll be able to grab any guitar and get it in tune with itself right away. And you won't need a tuner, you won't need an app on your phone. You'll be able to do it with just your ears. So I want to share with you that method. Just go to johnmclennan.com/tuning and you can grab that as my gift to you. All right, the second part of this riff, so we start off. We do it again, but we make just one change. So we go. And instead of going, we're gonna go. So what I did there was play those double stops, 5 and 5 to 3 and 3, and then back up to 5 and 5 on those same strings instead of going down. So the first time goes, the second time goes. Now from here we go into the verse groove, and this is a really cool part. It sounds like this. 3, 4. And I'm thinking about this G minor chord. We're just kind of riffing around that. We're going to play the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the 4th string. And then we'll play a little double stop here, grabbing 3 and 3 on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Looks like G minor there. And go back to the 4th string at the 5th fret. Then we're going to do a little pull off here. This is tricky here. This is a double stop. Again, I'm on the 3rd and 2nd strings now, playing 5 and 5. And pull that off to 3 and 3. And you strum it again. So it's pull, off, strum. And then you restart. Then we go into the verse, and that's where the lyrics come in, raven hair, ruby lips. Now here we're playing just essentially 2 chords. We're going G minor, 2, 3, 4 to D, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G minor. But the guitar part does what I call a Motown backbeat. And this is where you play on beats 2 and 4, and you do these high triads like this. 1. Sort of like I heard it through the grapevine or many guitar parts like that. Here we're playing a G minor, and it looks like this chord, right? Our bar chord up here at the 10th fret. I'm gonna play from the 4th string down though, 12, 12, 11, 10. And then I'm gonna go to a D, which looks like part of this big chord here. I'm playing from the 4th string down, 12, 11, 10, 10. Now I'm changing back and forth. I'm gonna play G minor for 1 bar, D for 2 bars, and then back to G minor for 1 bar. But I'm gonna strum, as I mentioned, on that Motown backbeat, the beats 2 and 4 like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 2, 3, 4, stay on D, then back to G minor. Then it goes again. From there, we go to the chorus, and that's where they sing, ooh, witchy woman. We're gonna play actually the same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D. Keeping them nice and staccato. It goes again, 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. All right, then we play this really cool interlude. We go. All right, this is a cool lick. We're gonna start with a double stop. Here I'm playing the 3rd string, 5th fret, and then 2nd string, 5th fret. And you could do this like we were earlier. Sometimes I'll play it with just mashing down 1 finger. Sometimes I put a finger on each string. And what we're actually gonna do is do what's called a pre-bend. So we're gonna lift it up before we pluck it. We're bending, and then we pluck it and release it down. So it sort of drops down, and then you go 3rd fret of the 4th string. So then slide into 7, and then play 5, 5 on the 3rd string. So then we're gonna play this pentatonic lick. Now that part goes 6, 3 on the 2nd string, then 5 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd string. Then 3rd string, 5, 3, 5, 3, then 5 on the 4th string, then slide 6 up to 8. So, notice that sneaky move there. I went to the middle finger, so I could slide with the ring finger. So. All right, the next part you need to know is actually the guitar solo. Now here, the progression changes up a little bit. We're gonna play that figure 2 times, then we'll go. So here's where we change it up. So we do the figure twice, and then we go to a C chord, which is at the 3rd fret here, 3, 5, 5, 5, and then B flat, 1, 3, 3, 3, to G minor, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3. So, and back to the figure. Then we do the opposite. Instead of going C to B flat, we go B flat to C, then G minor. So that whole progression sounds like this. 3, 4. Again, the reverse. All right, then out of the guitar solo, we have these ahs, and it's a really amazing vocal feature. And so what I would do is just play power chords and play this. So I'm basically playing the chorus progression, which we learned earlier was G minor, D, D, G minor, okay? 1 bar there per chord that I was calling out. So G minor is 1 bar, D, 2 Ds, 2 bars of D, and then back to 1 bar of G minor. So I'm gonna play that same thing with power chords. Here I'm playing 3 and 5. Do a little palm mute there, then switch. Stay there. Now that goes twice. Here it is again. Then out of this we go. And we actually go back to the intro figure. Then we have another section, we have the last verse, and this follows the same progression as what we played during the guitar solo, but we're gonna play a backbeat strum for most of it. So that Motown backbeat, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. This is the last verse. 2, 3, then again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, then B flat, C, G minor. Then we go back to the chorus. Do the last chorus, same progression as all the other choruses, and then it ends like this. So we do this little pentatonic walk down. We play 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, slide to 8. It's just like what we did earlier. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then the last time, instead of sliding, we just play a G minor chord. So you go from that 5, and you strum 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, full G minor. So. So have fun putting those guitar parts together, and there was a lot jammed into this video because these songs are actually really complex. There's so many different guitar parts and variations and things going on in the song. So be sure to rewind the video and go over any parts that are unclear. And remember that even if you're nailing all the chords and the rhythms and the sections, but you're out of tune, then that's a bummer. So make sure to grab my 5-step secret tuning method guide. It's completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/tuning. And once you start following these steps, you'll be able to grab a guitar and get it in tune right away without a tuner, without an app. And this is something that made me personally way more confident as a player once I could do this. And I actually found out that the traditional ways of tuning, the ways that if you go to Google and just type how to tune a guitar, or you watch all the videos on YouTube on how to tune, actually have a downfall. And so what I did in this method is I explain the typical ways that we're taught to tune, and then I explain my way and show you why it's better. So again, just go to johnmcclennan.com/tuning to grab that as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for more Eagles, check out this video next.